Hello everyone, this is Daniel with fitnessblender.com, and today I've got a real quick 10-minute abs routine for you. No warm-up, no cool down, just the good stuff. So you can add this into any other routine you want to, or just throw in a little bit of a warm-up and a cool down and do just an abs routine on its own. This one's going to be a little bit more intense, has nice controlled movements, but also we're going to be using weights. I'm going to be showing you how to do this with weights, but you can do all of these with just body weight if you want to. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. All right, everyone, we're going to be doing 10 exercises total, each one of these for 45 seconds straight through with a 15-second break to get ready for the next one. So let me go ahead and get my timer started here. We are starting off with toe touch crunch. So I'm going to start off with 20 pounds. You're going to lay flat on your back, hands straight up above your shoulders, feet straight up above your hips, crunch up towards those toes, back down. Don't let it completely relax. And then start right back up again. So if you want to get that breathing, it's exhale out, inhale as you come back down, exhale as you go up. Try to get as much range of motion out of this as you possibly can each time. Just focus on that form. If you don't have dumbbells, the movement is exactly the same, just you're not holding weight. So there's really no change in the functional movement with or without weight. Take your time. All right, back pose are next. I'm gonna drop my weight down here. 8 pounds, flat on your stomach. Start with those hands just directly above your head. Arch your chest and legs up. If you want to make it harder, you just extend those arms out further. But you want to try to get a full range of motion off of it. So if you're feeling like you can't get that full range at full arch, then drop that dumbbell. Just lift up from there. Again, easiest is hands back above your head, full extension for that full range of motion. Otherwise, dumbbell right above your head. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. All right, let that relax. Next one is going to be a side plank. Actually, I'm going to leave this weight right here. So, side hip raises. So put that weight right on your hip, down on your elbow. Easier version is off of those knees, just raising that hip up. Harder version is feet stacked. Lifting from there, drop that hip down, but don't let it completely touch. Press up from there. Just holding that dumbbell right on top of that hip. Keep those lungs open. Just focusing again on that form. Don't let your shoulders or your hips tip forward or open up. You want them perpendicular to the ground the entire time. Just keep those lungs open. Almost done. All right, same thing on the other side. So flip around. Dumbbell up on top of your hip. Easier version, again, starting off of those knees. So just bring it up on those knees. Pressing it there for the easier version, or you want that difficult version, go for that full extension. Barely touch those hips to the ground before pulling them right back up again. If you can, keep just a little bit of a hover. Again, check that form. Shoulders and hips should be perpendicular to the ground. Don't let them cave forward or open up. Keep those lungs open. Doing a windshield wiper next. Almost done. And let it relax. All right, kick that out of the way. I'm actually gonna drop this down to just the handle here. If you want to use a dumbbell for this, it's a little dangerous. So it takes a lot of inner thigh strength, but you're just gonna put it between those feet and hold it right there. So nice and slow, legs go off to one side, back up and over to the other side. Make sure those shoulders are staying flat down against the ground. If they're starting to lift up, you're going too far. You can't quite control it. Just keep it back and forth right there. If you want to drop that weight to get more range of motion, you should always be shooting for the most range of motion you can. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that weight actually. Make sure I can do this right. So legs out, all the way across, as much range of motion as you can, as much as you can control. Back up. All right, crisscross crunch, cross crunch is next. So I'm going to bump this up to, let's try 12 pounds. Right here, so it's just like a toe touch crunch, except your legs are gonna be down, you're gonna crunch up and across. So you want that dumbbell to stay pretty much right above your shoulder. And you're trying to get a really good crunch, but mainly a rotation. So you're rolling your shoulder to try to get your shoulder and your in line with your opposite leg. So my right shoulder's coming up, and I'm trying to get it in line with the left side of my body. Just keep those lungs open, crunching up. Try to let those abs release on the way down. Just a little bit of a hover underneath that shoulder. All right, same exact thing on the opposite side. So just switch which hand that dumbbell's in. Take a little bit of a breather. Hand up. And crunch it up. Again, up and across. So you're trying to get a good crunch, but you're also trying to get that good rotation through that shoulder. So exhale, inhale, drop back down. Exhale up, inhale, drop back down. Basically that other arm, you just kind of want out of the way, so it doesn't really matter where it is. As long as it's not trying to help. About 10 seconds left. We're going to move to a crisscross, alternating back bow. And let that relax. All right, I'm going to drop down just one weight to the handle. So flat down against the ground. We're going to be alternating back and forth. So this one is going to be left side, right side. So alternating up and over each time. Just switch which side that dumbbell is on. If you want to get those legs into it, it's going to be opposite arm from leg. So a little bit more of a cross crunch across that back. Just keep those legs or those lungs open. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. And let that relax. All right, we're doing side plank kick. So you don't need a dumbbell for this one. I'm gonna scoot that out of the way. Come up into a side plank position. And kick that foot in front. A little bit of a back. Kick it in front and back. Just keep that movement going. Nice and slow, under control. Let it go. Nice and slow, under control. Don't kick wildly. You want to make sure the entire time you have this movement completely under control. Just holding that side plank, getting that that leg swinging back and forth. So again, if you need a little easier version, you can go down onto that knee. Same exact movement. But if you can, full extension. All right, let it relax for a second. We have one more on the other side. And then we are done. I told you this is going to go by really quick. But those abs are probably starting to feel pretty tired. All right, starting with a full side plank. Shoulders and hips perpendicular to the ground. Leg coming forward as far as you can control. And back again. Just focus on that form. Slow movement, pulling that leg out and back. Keep those hips and shoulders perpendicular to the ground. If you need to go to that easier version, again, on those knees, same exact motion with that leg, however. Otherwise, trying to keep that full extension going as long as you can. Woo. All right. And that is it. So we hit those obliques, abs, lower back, got a good rotational motion, as well as those transverse obliques, doing that windshield wiper back and forth. So we hit pretty much everything you can around that core section. So if you're going on to another routine, make sure you're really, really careful about keeping that core nice and controlled. You don't want to overdo it too much. So with that said, this workout is complete. Hope you guys liked it. Bye.